Hi. Kind of expected my phone to turn off the music. That's what usually happens. Kind of want to go with it, but that would be wrong because, copyright. So pushing pause. Hi. I know it's been a while, and yes, I'm driving, and if I'm not looking at you, there's a very good reason. I'm driving. It's been a while since I've done a live video, and I feel like I should be just stalling and waiting until more people join in. But I find most people watch it on the replay. They watch it when they have time. They watch it when they make time. And that's kind of the point of, whatever it takes. And this message that I'm intending to deliver today. I wrote my book. It's insane because this is an exact example of doing whatever it takes when I was ready. See, I've always had it in my head that I would write a book one day. And in my head, it was this glorious novel that would take you through the highs and the lows of romance and angst. And it would be a story that you would allow you to tuck yourself into bed with. But that's not how it worked out. I created my memoir. They say that you write what you know, and what I know is my life. And anytime I've talked to someone about my life and I didn't pull punches and I was specific about the highs and the lows and the yes and the no's, it became something that that always inspired a wow, I can't believe you did that. That's incredible. And for me, it's just a matter of being, of living. It's who I am. It's what I've been through. It's not going to define what I'm capable of going forward. It tells me of what I've been through. And I've always taken it as it's not a big deal because I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's been through divorce. I'm not the only one that's been through depression. Hi, Ozzy. I'm not the only person that's attempted to take their life. I'm not the only person that's been through emotional abuse and physical violence. I'm not the only one. And so when there's been this whole resounding, wow, I kind of took it like it's not that big of a deal. But it really is a big deal. And when I finally allowed that to land and decide it's time to share, there was nothing that was going to stop me. And when I say nothing was going to stop me, the times that before when I've said I'm going to write a book, I created a writing corner. I bought Scrivener and other softwares to create this amazing book that I know needed to happen. And this is what writers do. And they plot and they outline and they do all sorts of incredible things to make their books become a reality. When I decided I was ready to write my book, it was August 31st, 2018. I sat down and I wrote a very, very general outline. I then opened up a Google Doc. I have Word, I have Scrivener, I have all the other softwares, but I opened up a Google Doc and I put it there because I like the way that it automatically fills out your outline. And with each topic, I created a new Google Doc. And so I had several tabs open on my Windows screen where I started writing a chapter. And because I am the queen of rabbit trails, run-on sentences, and repetition, 3 R's, I would have these tabs open, and as I started to rabbit trail, I would move on to the next tab and move back and forth to different tabs. And this is how my book became chapters. And these chapters were later moved around to become the book itself. That process of rabbit trailing, creating that book, it became 16 days. Now this is 16 days of me on my morning commute as I am now, spending about an hour in traffic, going to work, working to the point where I am so busy with work, I was not working on my book. Then getting off work, driving through traffic again, and then getting home, taking care of my kids, feeding them dinner, going over to my mom's house when she needed something, playing golf with my cousin. I was living life and at the same time making time for the book that I, for years, felt I couldn't write because I didn't have the right things in place. And it's not about having the right things in place, it's about me being in the right place, emotionally, physically able to focus, because I wasn't dealing with the crap in my head. I was getting it out. It was one of those things that no matter what excuses I made, whatever goals I had, it didn't get in the way of me having to do what I was going to do. And what I had to do was get my book done. It's highway patrol. Hopefully people are out there safe, being safe, you know, not aggressive and having a high-speed chase somewhere that I don't see. Sorry. Rabbit trails, that's my thing. My point is, you do whatever it takes. 16 days, 35,115 words. And I said, that was the end. And I let it breathe for about 2 weeks. And then I went back in and started editing. And I went through it several times and edited. And then I printed it out and went through it again and edited some more. I had others read it and say, where do you think I need to flesh this out? Because that's the thing with my history. It's something that's in the past. I don't reflect on it too deeply because it's back there. It's there. I don't need to fix it, change it, rehash it to the point where I'm painting a picture because I know what that picture looks like. So going back to edit things in was about sharing it for you so that you could understand as a reader what it is that I was going, where I was going, what I was thinking, how it was happening. And what was important to me was it was getting done. And it was about being in flow with getting it done. And that's just it. In life, you decide what's important to you and you do whatever it takes when it is important to you. I didn't prioritize the book, just like I didn't prioritize myself through my marriage. I didn't prioritize my goals as a mom because my goals were getting my kids through childhood. When you decide that what matters to you is what matters, there's this maybe synchronicity where everything that you need kind of falls into place. My manager that I had relied so heavily on in the last year and a half for my personal development has a new opportunity. He's left the company. Yesterday was his last day. And somehow, a book that I was told would not be delivered until January 31st, I was able to source that and get it delivered yesterday on the one day in January he showed up, so I could give him his signed copy, you know, in person. It's one of those things that synchronicity happens. You decide what's important and you find a way to make it happen. You find a way to make it work. And sometimes there are roadblocks you just can't get through. And sometimes you decide there's a different way to go. But the end result, getting there, doing it, however long it takes, is one of those things that you focus on, and it works, it helps. I feel like I'm rabbit trailing today, but I really wanted to encourage you out there. Decide what's important. Decide, am I really making this dream a reality? Am I prioritizing it? Or is it really just something that's in the back of my mind and I'm letting it beat me up with the fact that it's not done? Because that's one of those things that happens too in life. We have a goal that we want to happen and it doesn't happen, so we beat ourselves up with it. And it just adds to our inability to function in a way that is meaningful to us. So step out of that self-beat up. Step into where your focus is and get it handled. Go out there and do epic shit. Be amazing. Go live your best life. Don't blame it on the roadblocks that you see because you can't see around it. Decide you can see through it. And I hope you have an epic, amazing, glorious day while it's nice and sunny. Ignore the beeping. My car yells at me when I'm not directly in the lines. It's crazy. Have a nice one. Bye.